शरणं श्रीमान वेंकटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि गुरुभ्यः तद्गुरुभ्यश्च नमो वाकमधीमहे वृणीमहे च तत्राद्यौ दम्पतीं जगदाम्पतीम् ॐ अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः ॐ अस्मत्परगुरुभ्यो नमः ॐ अस्मत्सर्वगुरुभ्यो नमः श्रीरङ्गनाथषट्कोपैतीन्द्रद्रष्टुं लक्ष्मीं नृसिंहपात्रं श्रीरङ्गवीररघुराट् षट्कोपभुज्यं वीरान्तदेशिकैतीन्द्रमहं प्रपद्ये श्रीमते श्रीवंशटगोपश्रीवेदान्तदेशिकैतीन्द्रमः देशिकामय नमः। ॐ अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मत्परगुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मत्सर्वगुरुभ्यो नमः श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः। Narayana, today nobody sent a topic for today.
Vedanta Desika Padamja
Narayana, today nobody sent a topic.
Acharya, can we do GopalaVimshati?
I think GopalaVimshati we did. Am I not right, Revati?
Yes, Swamiji, we did, Swamiji. Recently we did, Swamiji.
Just 2 verses we did, Acharya. After that, changed to another topic.
Oh, we didn't do GopalaVimshati, ma.
Oh, only 2 verses we did. After that, there was a break and we went to other topic.
I did not know that. Okay. All right, ma. Before we go, any questions, ma? Before I open my laptop.
Tomorrow is the Bhishma Ekadashi. Just to explain.
First thing, can you send it to all the groups and ask them to say what time they can join? Even for 1 hour, whenever it is convenient for them. And the next thing is send it to Mala in California and ask whether they can do, especially their California time, say 9 to 12. So 9 to 12 means it will be here 12 to 3 a.m. 12 midnight to 3 a.m.
Swami, already some people.
Yeah, but sure that people covering the whole 24 hours.
Sure,
so tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. we will first do Sudarshana Shatakam. Then 6 a.m. we'll start Vishnu Sahasranam. And we'll continue till the after tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. After completing Vishnu Sahasranam, then we will do Sudarshana Shatakam at 6 a.m.
No, 5 a.m. We discussed about 5 a.m. next morning, right?
What is it?
We yesterday we discussed about till next day 5 a.m. Right? We want to start
No, till 6 a.m. 24 hours. If you start tomorrow at 6 a.m. because it has to go for 24 hours. If you start at 6 a.m. tomorrow, it will be 6 a.m. The reason I said 6 a.m. tomorrow is 5 a.m. we can do before we start Vishnu Sahasranam. And we can continue up to 6 a.m. on Tuesday. Once we finish at 6 a.m. we can do Sudarshan Shatakam and complete by 7 o'clock everything.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
I'll send it to some of you and you can mail it to everyone.
Sure, sir.
So 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. So make sure you cover it 6 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Okay, sir.
Go ahead, Amma. Any other questions you have, Amma? Yes, sir. No questions?
Swamiji, can you briefly explain tomorrow Bhishma Ekadashi Pramukhya?
Bhishma Ekadashi the time. I mean it after 5:40, between 5:40 and 6. Because 5 o'clock we start Sudarshana Shatakam. Then 5:40. So 5:40 to 6 if you want, yes. Okay, ma'am. So going back to GopalaVimshati. Okay, ma, take one of you, open up, and then we'll at least first do the chanting. Sriman Venkatanathārya Kavitārkika Kesari Vedantacharya Varyo Me Sannidhattam Sadahruti Vande Vrindavanacharam Vallavi Janavallabham. Hello.
Jayanti Dhamma Sambhavam Vajayanti Bhushanam.
Vande Vrindavanacharam Vallavi Janavallabham. Emma, each one of you can chant, ma. None of you know?
Iti Sambhavam Dhamma Vaijayanti Vibhushanam.
Vibhushanam.
Why are you people waiting for somebody, sir? If you know it, you chant it. Okay?
Swamiji.
Also, will you start? Will you start? Why are you asking the question? You start. Don't be so polite. Or unless you are uncomfortable because you are the second line, you don't know how to chant first line. That's not right. Do it. Grab the occasion. You don't have to wait for others to chant. If they want to join, let them join also. We are not stopping anybody from joining. Okay, ma. Sriman Venkatanathārya Kavitārkika Kesari
Vedanta Acharya Varyo Me Sannidhattam Sadahruti
Vande Vrindavanacharam Vallavi Janavallabham.
Jayanti Sambhavam Dhamma Vajayanti Vibhushanam.
Vande Vrindavanacharam Vallavi Janavallabham.
Jayanti Sambhavam Dhamma Vajayanti Vibhushanam.
Acham Nijankarsikam Prasamikshamaну Bhaktaravinda Viniveshata Panchajanyah.
Varna Trikona Ruchirevara Pundarike Padasana Jayati Vallavi Vallavar Chakravarti.
Amna Yakandrita Spritathar Asra Vilekshana Manukshana Mandahasam.
Gopala Dimpa Vapusham Kuhana Jananyaha Prana Stalanthayam Avaimi Param Pumamsam.
Abhirbhavatanu Prata Bharanam Purastati Akunchataika Charanam Nipratanya
Dadna Nivanda Mukarina Nivadatalam Nadasya Nanda Bhavane Namanita Natyam.
Hartum Kumbhe Vinita Karaswadu Hayyandavitam Drishtva Damagrana Chatulam Mataram Jatarosha.
Paya Tishat Prachalita Pado Napakachanna Tistan Vidya Gopaha Sapati Nayane Milayan Visvagoptha.
Vrajyoshitapandavedhaniyam Madhura Bhagyamananya Bhogyamide.
Vasudeva Vadustanandayam Tat Kimapi Brahma Kishora Bhava Drishyam.
Parivartita Kandharam Bhayena Smita Pulladhara Pallavam Spurami.
Vitapitva Nirasakam Kayoschit Vipulolu Kala Karshakam Kumaram.
Nikateshu Nishamayami Nityam Nigamante Rathanapi Murgyamanam.
Yamalarchana Drustabali Kelim Yamuna Sakshak Yavanam Ivanam.
Padavi Madaviya Simi Mukte Atavi Sampadamambu Vahayante.
Arunadara Sabilasha Vamsham Karunam Karanamanishim Bhajami.
Animesha Nishevaniyamakshnu Ajahadyavanamavi Chitte.
Kalahita Kuntalam Kalapaihi Karnon Madaka Vipravam Mahome.
Arya Yamanojamam Shanale Avatusparshita Vallavi Vimohe.
Anagata Smita Shitalehi Asau Mam Anukampa Saridambuchehi Apangai.
Adharahi Tacharu Vamshanala Makutalambi Mayura Pinchamala.
Harinila Shila Vivabanga Ha Pritibha Santu Mamam Tima Prayane.
Repeat, ma. Adharahi Tacharu Vamshanala Makutalambi Mayura Pinchamala.
Harinila Shila Vivabanga Ha Pritibha Santu Mamam Tima Prayane.
Akhila Navaloka Yamikalane Mahiladhina Bhujantarasya Yudaha.
Abhilasha Padam Prajankananam Abhirapakrama Duram Abhirupyam.
Hrudimukta Shikanda Mandano Likitakena Mamaisha Shilpina.
Madanatura Vallavangana Vadanambuja Divakaro Iva.
Mahase Mahitaya Molina Vinatena Anjali Manjanatvishe.
Kalayami Vimukta Vallavi Valaya Bhashita Manjavenave.
Jaitalalitavrittim Sikshito Vallaveenam Shidhala Valaya Shinja Shitalaihi Hastatalaihi.
अखिल भुवन रक्षा कोपवेशस्य विष्णुः अधरमणि सुधायाम् अंशवान् वंशनालः
Chitra Kalpashvasi Kalayan Langari Karnuram Barhottam Saspurita Chikuro Bandhu Jeevam Pradanaha.
गुञ्जाबद्धा मुरसि ललितां दार्हन् हारयष्टिं गोपास्त्रीणां जयति तव कोऽपि कौमारहारी
Leela Yashtim Karke Sarge Dakshini Yasadhanyam Hamse Divya Palakuruchare Sanivistanya Bahu.
मेघश्यामो जयति ललितो मेखला दत्तवेणुः गुञ्जापीडस्फुरिता चिकुरो गोपकन्या भुजङ्गः
Prachadidha Paschadishan Milenainam Preyasim Prekshamanaham.
वस्त्रायन्त्र प्रणहित करो भक्तजीवातु हव्यात् वारि क्रीडा निबिड वसुनु वल्लवी लभो नः
Vaso Hrutva Dinakar Sannidhau Vallaveenam Leela Smero Jaitalitham Astita Kundashakam.
सव्रीडाभिः तदनु वसने ताभिः अभ्यक्तमाने कामी कश्चित् कर कमलयोः अञ्जलिं याचमानः
Vaso Hrutva Dinakar Sannidhau Vallaveenam Leela Smero Jaitalitham Astita Kundashakam.
सव्रीडाभिः तदनु वसने ताभिः अभ्यक्तमाने कामी कश्चित् कर कमलयोः अञ्जलिं याचमानः
Nityananya Manasa Vidikam Venkatesha Kavina Stitim Patan.
दिव्या वेणुरसिकं समीक्षते दैवतं किमपि यवत प्रियम्
Nityananya Manasa Vidikam Venkatesha Kavina Stitim Patan.
दिव्या वेणुरसिकं समीक्षते दैवतं किमपि यवत प्रियम्
Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunashaline.
श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः नारायण
Narayana. Ma, all of you, please learn GopalaVimshati, Sri Stuti. These are some of the very important prayers. Mahatma Desika has put in his heart and soul into these things. If you really want to learn, you all can learn. The only thing is you have to make up your mind. Please remember, there is nothing as impossible in this world. If somebody says, I cannot do it, you know what it means? I am lazy. I don't want to put in that effort. That's it. There is nothing as impossible. Every one of us can do. The only thing is, do we have the willpower to do? Where there is a will, there is always a way. My Acharya used to say, if somebody is giving excuses, he is not interested in doing the job. For someone who has to achieve something, sky is the limit. Bhagavan Sri Krishna is personified mercy. When he is there always willing to help us, why should we worry that we cannot do the job? When Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, I am with you, when Bhagavan Sri Krishna says there is nothing that you cannot do, why do we have to say that we cannot do? To give you a simple example, did at any time Dhruva think that he is going to get Bhagavad Sakshatkaram within 6 months? He just started. Bhagavan gave him the strength. As a little boy, did he ever think that he is going to live only on leaves, only on water? Bhagavan helped him. Bhagavan is there only to help us. He has no job other than taking care of his devotees. That's why Mahatma Desika says in GopalaVimshati, if only you have the willingness to learn GopalaVimshati, you can even have Bhagavad Sakshatkar. Divyavin Rasikam Samikshate Daivatam Kimapi Yavata Priyam. Where do we have that kind of a guarantee? That is where he says, Krishna, I don't want anything, Krishna. Adharahita Charu Vamshanalaha Mukutalami Mayura Pinchamalaha Hari Nila Shila Vibhanga Lilaha Pratibha Santu Mama Antima Prayani. Krishna, with a beautiful flute on your lips, with wonderful peacock feathers in your hair, with your beautiful body color resembling that of a rain-bearing cloud. Just give me your darshan, Krishna, during my last minutes. That's why Mahatma says, Vedanta Desika, you follow this, Krishna will give you his darshanam. For no other prayer he has given this kind of a benediction. That is the greatness of GopalaVimshati. Because he literally enjoyed talking to Krishna, playing with Krishna, everything. Pralapan Visujan Grunan Vunmishan Nimishannapi. So this GopalaVimshati starts with Vande Vrindavanacharam. Not even one word about Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, or anything. Just Vrindavanam, 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 Krishna's activities. Vallavi Jana Vallabham. Even though the physical marriage between Gopikas and Krishna did not happen, Mahatma Desika says he is always Vallavi Jana Vallabham. He is the husband, he is the Lord of all the Gopikas. And that Supreme Lord Krishna, he manifested himself, he incarnated himself with that beautiful Vaijayanti Mala. Jayanti Sambhavam Dhamma on the Sri Jayanti day. If it is Chandramanam, the month of Shravana, Krishna Paksham, the dark fortnight, the Ashtami Tithi, the second quarter of Rohini Nakshatram, and on a Wednesday. If any one of you just read what you understand and send me your comment from Krishna Karnamritam, there is a very wonderful verse about Rohini, that Krishna appeared on Rohini. You know, that verse is Swati Sapatni Kila Tarakana Mukta phalanam janita roshat. Sa rohini nila masuta ratnam kritaspadam gopavadhu kucheshu. Second chapter, 65th verse. Krishna Karnamritam. Swati sapatni kiratarakana mukta phalanam janita roshat. Sa rohini nila masuta ratnam kritaspadam gopavadhu kucheshu. Read it. Just think of it, contemplate on it. Whatever thoughts come to your mind, send me. I just want to see how you are thinking. So, on this wonderful Rohini day, Bhagavan Sri Krishna appeared. He appeared to the delight of all the gopikas, to the fortune, the greatest fortune. The greatest fortune is that of the greatest fortunes are is the event of Krishna's appearance before Devaki and Vasudeva. If we are so fortunate, we would have taken our birth during Dwapara Yuga. But we are not. That's why we are here. Or even if we would have taken our birth, there are many people, we don't know whether we have gone to Krishna or not. Or we were there in what form, as a tree, as an insect, we don't know. Nammalvar, who just appeared after a few days after the start of Kali Yuga, felt extremely sorry why he was not born in Dwapara Yuga. That Supreme Lord Krishna is the brilliant effulgence. He is the sweetheart of all the cowherdesses. The great Maharshis of Ramayana were just craving for union with Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Rules fail to apply for Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Rules do not apply to Krishna. If rules were to apply to Krishna, how come Devaki did not deliver Krishna? Krishna appeared. How come Krishna appeared as a Sriman Narayana with the Shankha Chakra Gada Padmas? 10 feet tall Krishna with Vaijayanti, Srivatsam, everything. If rules were to apply to Krishna, how can a 1-month-old baby kill Putana? Rules don't apply to Krishna. He makes rules. Vacham Nijankar Sikam Prasamikshvano Bhakta Ravinda Viniveshata Panchajanya Varna Trikona Ruchare Varapundarike Baddha Sano Jayati Vallava Chakravarti. Actually, Krishna is born in Yaduvamsham. This Yaduvamsham, Yadu, the son of Yayati, the Adi Purusha for the Yaduvamsha, got a curse from his father, Yayati, that they will not be able to rule any kingdom. But now, when they cannot even rule a kingdom, they are still Kshatriyas. Krishna is addressed as Vallava Chakravarti. After all, a king is only for a small province. A Chakravarti is for the whole world. He is the emperor, the supreme emperor of all the Yadavas, Yaduvamsha Sambhutas. He is seated there on a divine lotus flower. In the middle of a triangle, a mystic symbol of the Gopala Mahayantram. Usually yantras have the appropriate bijaksharas. Krishna is also having the bijaksharas. Blessing the goddess of education, Saraswati. Saraswati is the wife of that Brahma. She is there presently seated in his lap like a small baby. Compared to Sriman Narayana, who is there way before the present Brahma. The present Brahma being the seventh Brahma, 6 Brahmas have gone by, each sitting in that Brahmasthanam for trillions of years. Each Brahma sitting in that Brahma's job for trillions of years. Six Brahmas have gone by, the seventh Brahma. Seventh Brahma's wife Saraswati, who just appeared. As far as Sriman Narayana is concerned, she's like a small baby. And Bhagavan Krishna sporting his Panchajanya Shankham. That Shankham is enjoying the Adharamritam. They say it looks as though there's a severe competition for the Adharamritam of Krishna. Everybody is jealous of that Mohana Vamshi, that mesmerizing flute, where the melodies are coming from. Varam Varam Vadanamarutan Venu Mapurayantam. Gopikas were there, feeling so jealous of that Mohana Vamshi. Yes, your nadam is mesmerizing. But what punya karma that you have done, that you are always there on the wonderful lips of Krishna, which we 16,000 Gopikas are craving to enjoy. Panchajanyam, equally fighting for his share of Krishna's Adharamritam. And of course the Gopikas, ready to sacrifice their lives to enjoy the Adharamritam of Krishna. So, the Panchajanyam giving the Pranavanadam. Now comes, we know Krishna killed the Rakshasa Panchajana when he was there going to get his Guru's son. That doesn't mean Panchajanya was not there with Narayana. But when Bhagavan manifested as Sri Krishna, he reenacted how he originally got the Panchajanyam, that's all. These Gopala yantras, etc., be very careful. Don't try to buy them in the shops. Whenever people go to Tirupati like that, pilgrimages, after having darshan, they will try to come around and do some little bit shopping there. So don't be tempted to buy. You must make sure that those yantras are drawn properly, not the commercial ones. And Bhagavan Sri Krishna is there exhibiting his divine leelas. Amnaya Grandhirudita Spuritadharoshtam Astra Vilekshana Manukshana Mandahasam Gopaladimha Vapushan Kuhana Jananya Pranastanandhayam Ivaimi Param Pumamsam. Krishna may appear as a little baby, but he is the Paramapurusha. Do not be deceived by what Krishna does. Krishna keeps everyone mesmerized. Krishna maintains his supremacy under all circumstances, even when he is appearing as a small baby. There is no comparison at all for Bhagavan Sri Krishna. No one in the whole universe can ever think of competing with Krishna. This little child Krishna, Leela Manusha Gopaveshadhari, out of his own divine sportive Leela, accepted to be a cowhead boy. When Mother Yashoda came to punish him when he broke the churning pot, or whenever Krishna feels he is hungry, he will enact a big drama. And that drama starts with his crying. As he cries, he will make sure his lips are there shivering. The minute he starts crying, Yashoda is just melting down. When she sees his lips are there shivering, even though the lips appear to be shivering, the mouth is there emitting the fragrance of all the Vedas. And to make the scene perfect, he will make sure there is a torrential downpour of tears from his eyes. He will just cry and cry and cry with the eyes filled with tears. In spite of doing all these things, the lips shivering, the eyes there just flowing down with the tears, there is always a mischievous smile on his face. A very mischievous smile. Appearing as a 1-month-old baby, but still could suck the life out of the poisoned breast of that Putana. Kuhana Jananyaha, the cheating mother, the deceiving mother. That's why they say Krishna had so many mothers. Krishna had so many mothers. First one, the one who gave birth, Devaki. Foster mother, the mother who brought him up, Yashoda. Kuhana Jananyaha, the false mother, Putana. Only 3 anymore, Amma? Did Krishna have any more mothers?
All the mothers in Vrindavan, Swamiji, because when he was expanded as Brahma Vimohana, Swamiji.
Exactly, when Brahma has stolen all the calves, and the cowhead boys, Krishna became thousands of the boys. And even though the boys were 5 years old and taking care of the cows, because the child happens to be Krishna, every mother was overwhelmed with maternal affection and with milk just overflowing from their bodies. They used to literally drag their 5-year-old boys and force feed them with their own milk. Thousands of mothers. More than that, yes. When Brahma has stolen all the calves of Vrindavan, Krishna manifested as all those calves, thousands of calves. Remember, at any given time, the reasonable estimate is there will at least be 10% of the cows that have just given birth to calves. Nanda alone had 10 lakhs of cows. 10 lakhs of cows. 10 lakhs is 1 million. When you have 1,000,000 cows, even if you take 10%, or even if you take 1%, there are at least 1,000 cows that have just given birth. And Krishna became all the 1,000 cows. And he had thousands of cows as his mothers. So, the mother who gave birth, the mother who brought up Krishna, the mother who came to poison Krishna, the mothers who fed Krishna with their own milk for 1 year, the cows who started suckling Krishna as their calf for 1 year, may the Supreme Lord Krishna who is in fact the Supreme Lord, the Parabrahma, the Adi Purusha, Bhagavan Sriman Narayana, may he be merciful to bless us all. Param Pumamsam, he is the Parapurusha. He may appear just as a very small child. Never, never underestimate Krishna as a small child. He only pretends to be a small child. He only appears to be a small child.
No, సమాధిపోతుంది.
He only appears to be a child, but he is not. He is appearing like a child is only to enjoy the affection of all the gopikas. Where will a devotee get a chance in Vaikuntham, where everybody is looking at Bhagavan Sriman Narayana with utmost respect? Do you think Bhagavan Sriman Narayana can enjoy asking any of the Nityashuris or the Mukta Jivatmas, or even for that matter Maharashmi, to come and say, can you tie me up? Can you tie me up? Can you tie me up? I want to become Damodara. Take a rope, tie me up, tie me to a grinding mortar. Can Krishna ask for that? Even if Krishna is asking, will anybody, any devotee in Sri Vaikuntham will do that? Only here on the planet Earth he wanted to enjoy. That's why he still wanted to be that child. Where can Krishna get that wonderful chance? Vrajayoshi Dapanga Vedhaniyam, who is constantly tormented by the 16,000 gopikas, looking at him sending their looks that are sharper than arrows. The way the Gopikas looked at Krishna, only Krishna knows what the meaning of those looks were. That how much they were craving to be with Krishna 24/7. Enjoy with Krishna, eat with Krishna, sleep with Krishna, bathe with Krishna, go for a walk with Krishna. Anything and everything, Krishna and Krishna and Krishna, nothing other than Krishna. Bhagavan is enjoying. Apanga Vedhaniyam. Constantly tormented. They cannot remain even for 1 second without looking at Krishna. They cannot live even for 1 second without thinking of Krishna. They cannot do anything without thinking of Krishna. That's the perfection of spiritual life. Mano Vakkaya Karma Bhi, whatever they do, you know that. Vikrita Kama Kila Gopa Kanya, Murari Padarpita Chittavrutti, Dadhyadika Mahavashada Voche, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. As Krishna says, Yat Karoshi Dashnashi, Yat Juho Jadasi, Yat Tapasis Kaudaya, Tat Purushanatpanam. The girl is supposed to sell milk, yogurt, butter, etc. Instead of shouting, Vikrita Kama Kila Gopa Kanya, Murari Padarpita Chittavrutti, Dadhyadika Mahavashada Voche, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. She was supposed to sell yogurt, get some money, bring the groceries for the family to survive. But this girl having yogurt, milk, butter, ghee on her head is shouting in the streets of Mathura, Govinda for sale, Krishna for sale, Damodara for sale, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. That is Supreme Lord Krishna. 24/7 they are possessed. Bharanam Parastat, Akunchirega, Charanam Nipatanya Padam, Datna Nipadamakarena Nipatatalam, Nadhasyananda Bhavani, Navanita Nachim. Bhagavan Sri Krishna. We should be fortunate enough even to think of him. The Gopikas will come and tease Krishna. Krishna always pretends that he is craving for butter. And Gopikas exploited that weakness of Krishna to the fullest extent. Oh my goodness, these Gopikas are very smart. You know how much they exploited Krishna? Krishna, I'll give you a small ball of butter. Will you dance, please? That's it. Krishna will immediately bend one leg slightly. The other leg he will keep straight with the jingling bells from his jewelry, the Katisutram, etc. And how he has to dance. The Gopikas will be there churning the yogurt. The Gopikas are Nitambapatis, well-built body, the most beautiful body. And as they are churning, there is a rhythmic beat. The way they churn, the whole body looks as though it is dancing. And the beautiful bangles on their hands, on their wrists, will make some very, very auspicious sounds as the Gopikas are churning. Keeping that as the talam, Krishna has to dance to the beat of the churning of yogurt. May we be fortunate enough to have the Divya Darshanam of that Krishna, who wants to please the Gopikas by his singing and dancing, all for a small ball of butter. What do you think Krishna will be thinking? So now you want to tease me, I'll give you a small ball of butter. Will you dance for me? Will you sing for me? All right, a day will come when I will make you sing to my tunes of the flutes, when I will make you dance to your ecstasy, which is na bhuto na bhavishyati. Nobody could ever imagine the Rasa Krida of Lord Krishna. Even Devi Devatas have never seen this kind of a divine Rasa Krida in that mandalam. That Supreme Lord Krishna is here giving an unimaginable display of his talent as a child, singing and dancing to the great delight of the Gopikas, all for getting a small ball of butter from the girls. What does it mean? The Gopikas offering butter to Krishna, is it bribing Krishna? Just as we say, Krishna, I put $10 in your hundi. Can you bless me with $10 million? Are we bribing Krishna? Are the Gopikas bribing Krishna? I'll give you a small ball of butter. Will you please sing? Will you please dance for me? Emma, is it called a bribe? Is it called a bribe, Amma? Do you call it that the Gopikas were bribing Krishna to dance? Hello? Nobody wants to reply? Did the Gopikas bribe Krishna?
Narayana, Narayana, they did not bribe, it's their affection towards Krishna.
How do you know it is their affection?
That I don't know.
Who has affection? Gopikas had affection for Krishna. Krishna had affection for Gopikas. It is not Gopikas had affection for Krishna. Krishna had affection for them. If somebody thinks they love Krishna, our love for Krishna is not even 1% of what Krishna loves us. There is no need for Krishna to take an incarnation and to come to fulfill the promise he has given to the Maharshis in Ramavatara, that their desire to enjoy with Krishna will be fulfilled. Out of his utmost love for Gopikas of the Maharshis, Krishna himself left his own father and mother, who are still languishing in the jail under house arrest, came to the Gopikas. That much is the love of Krishna for the Gopikas, for his pure devotees. Krishna is just looking for an excuse. Krishna is just looking for an excuse to bless his pure devotees with abundance of everything. In this case of Gopikas, abundance of happiness, How do you know Krishna is looking for an excuse to bless his devotees? Emma, how do you know Krishna is looking for an excuse to bless his devotees? Divakar, how do you know? If you don't reply, then I had to ask you by name. Divakar, how do you know Krishna is just looking for an excuse to bless his devotees? Emma?
By giving them difficulties so they can think of him.
Anyone of you, ma'am?
Acharya, if we try if we try to do some devotion to Krishna, then Krishna strengthens that devotion. So he is in fact increasing our love to him, and that's why Krishna loves us.
Look at his best of the best friends, Sudama, Kuchela. Doesn't Krishna know that Kuchela is suffering from utmost poverty? Doesn't Krishna know that Kuchela, his best friend's wife, Vamakshi, is unable to give even a glass of milk for her children? When the children came and literally were pestering their mother Vamakshi, Kuchela's wife, every child is saying they had milk for breakfast, give us some milk. That poor lady was just shedding tears. Practically, there is nothing in the house even to make lunch for them. Somehow she managed begging the neighbors for some rice flour. She was just keeping that rice flour so that by afternoon she can boil some water, mix this rice flour, make it something like a porridge, and give them as lunch for the day. But when the children literally pestered Vamakshi, she said, "What can I do? All right, no lunch today." She mixed that rice flour with water, made it look like a white liquid, and said, "Look, this is milk. Milk looks white. This is milk. Come on, drink it." That is the absolute poverty Kuchela is going through. Doesn't Krishna know that? What is stopping Krishna from blessing Kuchela with some wealth at least? At least for them to eat a couple of meals a day, 2 meals a day at least. But Krishna was still looking for an excuse. And what after all Kuchela could give to Krishna was a handful of puffed rice. A handful of flattened rice. Is that Krishna looking for an excuse? And the minute he enjoyed that handful of puffed rice, Dhana mushti muche kuchela munige dateshma viteshatam. How could Krishna bless with unimaginable wealth to Sudama? As much wealth as that of Kubera, the treasurer of gods. All for a handful of puffed rice? Yes, Krishna is waiting for an excuse. That's why they say you just take one step towards Krishna, a solid step, and promise Ananyas Chintayanto Mam, that you are my only Lord, that I will abide by Pativrata Bhakti. That's it. Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. Krishna immediately promises, yes, I accept your Sharanagati. You are my subject. I will accept your worship. Krishna is looking for that handful of puffed rice, that's all. Therefore, in this case, Krishna is looking for an excuse to bless the Gopikas. Nadhasya Nanda Bhavane Navanita Natcham. Krishna is just waiting to bless the Gopikas. Krishna is just waiting there to tell the Gopikas he loves them a trillion times more than what they love him. Krishna is telling them, I'm completely subservient to you. You can command me. I will do what you say. You want me to dance? I will dance. You want me to sing? I'll sing. Bhagavan, out of his great affection for his Bhagavatas, he feels happy to be commanded by his devotees. He feels thrilled if the devotees command him to do something. He feels extremely happy if the devotees can take charge and even control his behavior. How do we know? Look at Mother Yashoda. If Yashoda could take control of Krishna into her own hands and tie him up, Krishna allowed himself to be tied up. That is the mercy of Krishna towards his pure souls. If you and I are not enjoying that kind of bhagyam, that means we are yet to become pure souls by his standards, not by our standards. By our standards, even though we deserve only 38%, we have already given ourselves 100%. Not that we give ourselves 100%. Let Krishna give. That is the love of Krishna. Hartum kumbhe vinhitakaram swadu hayyanga veenam dushmadama grahana chatlam mataram jatarosham payadishat prajalatapado napakachan atishtan midya gopas sapadinayane milayan vishwagopta. Mother Yashoda churning, Krishna coming and pulling her sari. I'm hungry, feed me. Yashoda, out of her unimaginable maternal love for Krishna, stopped churning, took Krishna into her lap and started feeding him. Immediately, not even a few minutes, Krishna is not even full. Yashoda noticed the milk that she kept for boiling is overflowing. Halfway through the feeding, Yashoda left Krishna there to take care of the boiling milk. Krishna took it as a very, very unpolite way of doing on the part of Yashoda. He got very angry. He broke the churning pot. He kept his hand inside the pot, which he has already broken, to steal some fresh churned butter. Hayyanga Veenam. I know so many of you are offering butter to Krishna. Emma, the butter that you buy in the supermarket, the butter that is there, either unsalted or salted. The butter that is there frozen into a rock hard solid. Is that what we are offering to Krishna, Ma? But you know what Krishna is looking for? Not that kind of salted or unsalted frozen butter that looks like a hard stick. He is looking for Hayyanga Veenam, the fresh churned butter. The fresh churned butter. After churning, you put your hand into that butter pot, into that pot of, that yogurt pot that you are churning. The butter, the top layer, should just stick to your hands, to your fingers. And if you take it and make it a small ball of butter, that is called Hayyanga Veenam. If this is the case, how many of you will come forward to offer butter to Krishna? Because in the present days it is easy for us to go to the supermarket, buy some frozen butter, bring it, cut it into small pieces, offer it to Krishna. Well, we don't know whether Krishna will love that kind of butter or not. But what he loves, according to Mahatma Desika, is a Hayyanga Veenam, the fresh churned butter. After churning for some time, you give a break for the churning, you put your hand inside the pot. That fresh butter will stick to your hand. That is Hayyanga Veenam. That's what Krishna is looking for. Krishna got a wonderful opportunity. Mother Yashoda started churning. Halfway through, she left Krishna and went there to take care of the overflowing milk. And Krishna got this opportunity to break that churning pot, put his hand inside, get some fresh churned butter, and start eating. Angry Mother Yashoda came, coming towards him, first with a stick. Krishna cried and cried to get as much pity from Yashoda as possible. Unable to bear to look at the pitiable face of Krishna, she threw away the stick and got a rope to tie him up. The Supreme Lord Krishna pretended that he is so scared of his mother Yashoda. And to express his shock, Krishna pretended to be under shock. My mother, Yashoda, who loves me so much, is going to punish me, is going to tie me up. Krishna was shocked. And that great shock is there. He didn't know how to express. He just closed his eyes in that very, very confused state. Now, he is not sure whether Mother Yashoda will come and beat him with a stick, or Mother Yashoda will bring the rope and tie him up. Krishna, for a minute, closed his eyes. What am I to do? What am I to do? How to understand my mother? And that confused state is unable to stand at one place, nor he is able to run. Na pagachan na tishtan. He could not. Midhya gopaha sabdanayane nilayan vishwagopta. What a kind of drama Krishna can play. Even death personified, the god of death, Yama, is scared of Krishna. Mrityu mrityum namamyaham. Krishna is death to death. That Krishna is now pretending to be afraid and crying for help from Mother Yashoda. That is the beauty of Krishna. And this is the scene that Kunti was recollecting. Krishna, how can I forget that innocent face of yours on the day that you kept on pressing your eyes to produce some tears, and that beautiful eye text, that black ointment your mother put all over your eyes, you made sure that you smeared it all over your face, and your dark complexion smeared with additional eye text, collyrium that apply to the eyes. Krishna, you look so mesmerizing, Krishna. That is what Kunti Devi refers to. How did Krishna learn all these tricks? That if he cries, Yashoda will be mesmerized. Hartum kumbhe vinihita karasvadu hayyanga veenam dushtva dama grahad chatulam mataram jatarusham पायादीशत् प्रजृतपदेनोपगच्छन्नतिष्ठन् मिथ्या गोपस्सपदिनयने निलयन् विश्वगोप्ता is called Midhya Gopa. The Krishna that you can create, maintain and dissolve all the universes. He is the one pretending to be upright, possible only for Krishna, no one else. Enjoy surrendering to Krishna. Enjoy serving Krishna in the Dasya Bhavam, Sakhya Bhavam, Vatsalya Bhavam. Or be fortunate to enjoy the Madhurya Bhavam. That is GopalaVimshati. Go ahead, Amma. What are your questions? Hello? Ma, you can unmute your phones, Amma. No questions, Amma? Anyone of you? Anyone of you? No questions?
Acharya, Dasan Varadaraj, question again asked yesterday on Nirodha.
No, where are you reading this kind of words?
It was in one of the PDFs.
No, PDF. Is it by...
Bhagavatam.
The question is, there are so many people. Yesterday, in our morning class, somebody asked, the same Krishna Karnamritam. One great Mahatma was giving a lecture. In that it says, Krishna Karnamritam, Shitavayam Nakaru Tattva Vicharaneyam, Panchakshri Japara, Vidaram Bhavavi. You know how it means, what it means actually? Even though Leela Shuka was born in a Shaiva family, even though he got the Panchakshara mantra of Shiva as Upadesham, his mind is there craving and craving for Krishna, and he dedicated and became a pure devotee of Krishna. But you know how he twisted the whole meaning? Look, it is okay if you worship Shiva. It is okay if you do Panchakshara mantra of Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. Even you worship Shiva, it's the Panchakshara, you will only see Krishna. Therefore, Krishna is the same as Shiva. Doesn't matter you have to become a Vaishnava. Doesn't matter you can be a Shaivite. Even if Om Namah Shivaya, you see Krishna. What kind of explanation is this? That is why they say in Padma Purana, Vaishnava Gyanam Kutam Harikadamritam Shavanam Naiparyam Tarpot. So kindly, when you see these things, you are doing too much of search into the learn Gopala, right? And spend your time with that. Because these people, people are there having nothing but to do. Work from home or locked down. Best thing, keep on writing something, post something. Always ask for reference. Is this Veda Pramana? Is this word Valmiki Ramayana or Vedas, Upanishads, Vedas? If not, they create so many technical terms that are, these are all technical terms that they create, jugglery of words.
It was released by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan.
Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan is not a Vaishnava organization, sir. They are just doing a lot of service to the general public by giving the Indian literature available through publication of books and distributing at a nominal price. We should appreciate for that. But why do you take them as standard references?
Okay, Acharya. So basically, this is available in Google. Search the Srimad Bhagavatam, it came.
Again, as you know, there are Google Much about the Vedic philosophy. They will hire somebody who they think is knowledgeable, and he will give his own way of looking at things.
It's a lady actually, Kamala Subramanian.
I know Kamala Subramanian's commentary very well. Yes, they are all very good orators. She wrote Mahabharata, she wrote Bhagavatam, everything. But did Kamala Subramanian ever do Sharanagati? Did you ever ask that question? That's the point.
So is it not worthwhile reading the Bhagavatam, Acharya?
No,
It's
his
very
words.
extensive.
Hello, if you want to read Sridhara Swami's Vyakhyanam of Bhagavatam, if you want to read Valmiki Ramayana,
Sridhara Swami. Okay.
read Veera Raghava Swami's Vyakhyanam of Ramayana. There are great Vaishnava Acharyas who have given the commentary. Read them. But don't read the commentaries of people who have not done that Sharanagati. Even though they talk about Krishna, those words are not what are actually given. Shankaracharya, simple things, sir. Shankaracharya gave a commentary for Brahma Sutras. Madhvacharya gave. Ramanuja gave. How come Saraswati appeared only before Ramanuja and said, "You are the only one who could understand the real meaning of Bhashyam, Brahma Sutras, and Vedanta thought. And you really brought out the greatness of Mahalakshmi as equally the Paramatma. May your Bhashyam be Sri Bhashyam." Suppose you're asking the question, should I not read Brahma Sutras? That's not the right way to ask a question. Instead of reading some other Bhashyam of some other commentator, read Ramanuja Bhashyam, the most appropriate one. Are you getting the point?
Yes, Acharya. Do we have anything on Sri Bhagavatam, Sri Vaishnava Bhagavatam?
Sridhara Vyakhya, there's Sridhara
Sridhara. Is it maybe Arian will search in Google.
Or if you can spend your time a little bit to learn Sanskrit. Spend your time to learn a little bit Sanskrit. You yourself will understand. Krishna will all the intelligence. Same thing, Bhaktiram, Veera Raghava Vyakhya. Enjoy, but read from the proper source.
Yeah. Actually, if that is the case, then Narayaniyam is written by an Advaiti, right? And we are still following Narayaniyam.
That's many serious Vaishnavas do not give lot of credibility to that. Because everywhere he says, take care of my disease, take care of my disease, take care of my disease. Why? Krishna doesn't know that? He is a great Mahatma, no doubt about that. No doubt about that, that Narayana Bhattacharya, no doubt about that. But look at Prahlada, did he ever say, take care of my disease, take care of my problem, take care of my father? No.
And Potana Bhagavatam is also valid, Acharya.
Bodhana Bhagavata is also not valid. He is good to understand, but that is not the standard. Because he did not distinguish between them and moksha. He starts Srimad Bhagavatam with Sri Kaivalya Padambu Cherutakanai. He starts with Kaivalyam, not Vaikuntham. So there are many people who are not happy with Bodhana also. It is good. You can take only Bodhana Bhagavatam to the extent how Prahlada experienced that Lakshmi Nrsimha. How the Gopikas have experienced Krishna. Only those chapter by chapter.
And ISKCON's AC Prabhupada's Bhagavatam is also not valid, right?
That is not correct. Prabhupada at least is a Vaishnava.
Okay.
At least Prabhupada, and he is a very bold person who can call every deity as a demigod for the first time in English literature. Many people were not. You ask some of these commentators who do upanyasam after upanyasam in the TVs, let them call demigods. They know tomorrow not even 10% of the people who are watching their TV shows will see them. That's why they will not try to hurt the sentiments of the watching public. They will only talk superficially. But have you ever remember, sir, the people who are not glorifying Pativrata Bhakti, sorry, they are only beating around the bush. Only the people who are, my Acharya, he always insisted on Pativrata Bhakti. He was bold enough to say, do you mean to say all the 200 people that are here serving me, are they going to get moksham? No way, not even one fellow, he said. You know that? Why? Because he said, these people, their mother tongue is Tamil, they know how to read Tamil. Prabandham, they will start reading as though they are there immersed in Prabandham. No, they are creating a drama for getting Sambhavana from the devotees. Look at their real intentions. The minute Friday comes, all these people will go, leaving Ranganatha to Samayapuram Mariyamma to worship them. How do you expect the fellows who do Vyabhichara Bhakti following Mariyammas on Friday will get moksham? That is Vaishnavism, sir. Are you getting the point?
Yes, Acharya. Acharya, what is the author's name? Sri Vaishnava author?
Sridhara Vyakya.
Okay. Okay, Acharya.
Therefore, they are all good reading, but cannot be taken as pramanam. Kamala Subramaniam's Bhagavatam is good, Mahabharata is good. Even I too read Kamala Subramaniam's. Prabhupada's Bhagavatam I too read. The question is, just as even from Madhva Sampradaya, Hare Krishna Sampradaya deviated. Even though they call us Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya. So, the best thing for you, read the commentaries of great Acharyas who have followed Pativrata Bhakti. They only can give the real meaning. The other people may give very, very flowery language. If their intentions are so genuine, why they themselves cannot do Sharanagati? That's it. Is that clear, sir?
Yes, Acharya. It's very clear. But the question about the Jivatmas staying until the Mahapralayam, what will happen to those Jivatmas, Acharya, without getting any Sharanagati?
Come on, it is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. That is where that Vatapatrashayi comes. How did you forget it? In fact, 2 days back we explained it, right? I don't know where the context was. 2 days back, I don't know whether it is in Bhagavatam or something. Even when all the 100 years of Brahma are over, remember the present Brahma is the 7th Brahma. So the first Brahma, his time was over. 100 years. Next Brahma has to come. You are a Jivatma, I am a Jivatma. We were there right from the time of first Brahma. We did not get moksham. Second Brahma, we didn't get moksham during that time. We are still here. So where were we when the lifetime of one Brahma is over, second time? That is where that Vatapatrashayi, every Jivatma is there forming the body of Sriman Narayana. Sriman Narayana as Vatapatrashayi will be the substratum, the support for all the Jivatmas to be floating on his body. That is why he is called a Narayana. And when the next Brahma appears, these Jivatmas are handed over to Brahma, who will give appropriate bodies for them to go through their karma phalam. Got it?
Yes, Acharya. Yes. Then yes.
In fact, 2 days back also in the Bhagavatam, it was there that even at the end of Brahma's lifetime, it is Sriman Narayana as Vatapatrashayi. That is why the concept of Vatapatrashayi is very, very great. That's why they say, Alama Maratranamel Uru Balaganai. All right, Ma. Narayana.
Yes, Sriman.
We'll meet again this evening at 5 o'clock for Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Ma. Narayana.
Narayana.
Yes.
This session is no longer being recorded.